Alright, so this tutorial will help you to understand how to apply for an account and how to use the online user interface to submit orders and retrieve orders. If you're looking to open up an account or multiple accounts for various different stores with different user IDs, you can just click on the Go button for each account that you want to establish. Enter your information here. One of our team members will contact you and verify your account for you. You'll then receive login credentials. You can just go ahead and enter that here. And once you do, it'll activate this icon. Once you have access to this icon as an account holder, you'll have various different options. The first one is the software, so you'll want to download the Cockpit3D software. You can add funds to your account by clicking here. If you want to see what the costing is for all the different options, you can click here. Right now it's not set up, so it's just got $0 values, but you'll actually see your true costing here when you click on here as an account holder. I'll just skip over the conversion list right now because that's the last thing I'm going to talk about. Tutorials, so accessing various different tutorials and new tutorials that come out can be done by clicking on here. Troubleshooting any common problems that we come across with responses and answers to them, you can look up here under the troubleshooting section. So to enter orders, you click on the conversion list. Over here you'll normally see all of the orders that you've placed in the past, or at least the first few, and then you can scroll through them, scroll through different pages here. If you want to, let's say, download a report. So let's say, for example, I wanted to download a report from June 1st to June the 7th. Just select the dates, click on download report. Right now it's not active because this is a demo account, but for an account that has real orders on it, select your date range, select download report. It'll download an Excel sheet where you'll be able to see all of the orders you've placed and what you were charged for them. It'll also give you a thumbnail so you can see the photo, and it keeps everything very transparent for you to review your history. Add PS project. So that's a Photoshop project. There's two options there. There's design and clipping. If you're looking to simply have a single photo worked on where the background is removed and made black, generally for 2D projects, you can just click on clipping, select the photo that you want to attach and have the background removed from, select the team that's available for this, and then how long you need it done by, and any special notes. Again, this is only for a single photo, not multiple photos, just one attached JPEG, and removal of the background. Now, if you have multiple photos, say a customer sent you two photos and they want you to take the person from photo A and the pet from photo B and combine them together into one photo, then you can select design. When you select design, it will allow you to attach multiple photos, and then once you've done that, again, you can select the team, select the speed in which you need it, and enter detailed notes there for what it is that you want done. If you need the person on the left and the pet on the right, mention that there and it'll be taken care of. These options are very good for when, for example, you have a customer that wants to see a proof of how you're going to be doing, how it's going to kind of look or be laid out before they place their order for a 3D crystal. For a very nominal charge of a couple dollars, you're able to get our team to do this work for you very quickly. So that's the Photoshop side of entering orders. All right, let's go back to conversion list. Add conversion is where you're going to get 3D work done. Now, if you have a photo and you want the background removed for 3D, again, 3D, you do not need to go through Photoshop, because when you enter a 3D project, the background is automatically always going to be removed. So in this case here, I'm just going to select this photo here. I'm going to click open. It's quite a large photo, I guess. You want to make sure that your photos are under 10 megabytes. There's no need to be overkilling or making them too large, such as this one that I've happened to select, which is taking forever to attach. I think it's their original wedding photography, so it was quite large. But okay, anyway, so we've got a photo here. You want to accurately select how many chests, how many three-quarter bodies, and how many full bodies and objects are in this photo. So in this photo here, again, the background is going to automatically be cut out. It's just going to be focused on the people. However, the artists will do the entire image of what they see here. So in this case, it's 2 full bodies. You select 2 full bodies. If they just wanted their heads, then before attaching the photo, crop it to just their heads. And then you can select three-quarter body. Three-quarter body is good from the top of the head all the way down to the knees. So in that case, you'd select 2. Now in this case, you can't select 2 because it's full body, right? It's going below the knees. It's including the shin area. It's including almost his ankles here, so, and all of his leg under the knees here. So in this case, it would be 2 full bodies. If you selected 2 three-quarter bodies, it would do a couple things. Number one is it'll delay your order coming back because the artists are going to check with head office to see if they're authorized to go ahead and complete the order. And the second thing is it'll flag your account. So when we start noticing that accounts are trying to take advantage of the system and always select the wrong criteria, it flags your account, you want to prevent that from happening. So just as transparent, as honest as possible, select the correct selection for the photo. Get a lot of questions on chest. What is chest for? Well, chest is it doesn't change the pricing. It's the same as the three-quarter body. All right, so head and partial chest is the same as three-quarter body. The reason that we ask you to select chest if you have only a single passport type photo, so one person in the photo, no arms, just a head and a partial chest, is because it helps us streamline the production process. For example, there's a class, a graduating class of 30 people. It's just a head and a chest, no arms and nothing beyond that, no more than one person. Then we ask you to select chest, and it helps us with turning it around really fast and sending it back. We have a specific design team focusing on just pushing out single face and chest photos. All right, so that's on the selection. I just want to point one other thing out. You'll notice that the photo is color here. So one thing you definitely want to do is you want to crop before you attach. Now, in terms of converting it to grayscale and focusing on the brightness and the contrast, if you're going to be selecting a CI file type, then you don't need to do that. You can send the color in, because when you get the file back, you're going to be using the Cockpit3D software to enhance to really optimize the 3D model for the size of the crystal. And at the same time, there is a plug-in within the software that allows you to launch it into Photoshop and make the changes. So you can always do that later. If, however, you're going to select CAD or DXF, then you want to optimize this before, because you're going to be getting a point cloud file that's ready for your laser. So you want that point cloud file to turn out as great as possible. And to understand the best way to optimize, watch the optimization tutorial on our tutorial page. So if you're selecting CI, there's really nothing else to select but entering the text if you have any for line 1 and line 2. If you have text but you don't want to enter it here, it's okay, because again, when you open up the 3D file in Cockpit3D, you'll be able to do your inscription yourself over there. If you're selecting CAD or DXF, then you definitely want to enter the dimensions of the glass piece. So let's assume it was, the standard, 50, 80, 50. You'd select that. If the customer has also added the standard keychain, which is the 20, 30, 15, select that too, and you'll get 2 CAD files back. You'll get the block and you'll get the keychain file. It's all included in the cost, so you're not paying anything extra for having the secondary file. Additionally, if you select CAD or DXF, you'll also get the CI file. So if for whatever reason you do need to adjust the size, change the inscription that you've entered here, have multiple sizes made, well, you'll be able to do that because you will get the CI file back. But again, you only want to select CAD or DXF if you've already made the photo grayscale, you've brightened and contrasted it, and it is in a state where it would be ready for your laser. And why do we offer all these options? Well, there's some shops that just like to have full control and they just like to select CI. They always like to create the CADs themselves or the DXFs themselves. There's other online shops, for example, they like to have the files back ready to burn. So they don't want to have to kind of intervene and do any extra work. They just want to get the point clouds ready to put into their laser and hit the start button. So that's the reason we're giving an option for every different taste or interest. So the team, what's the difference between the teams? Basically what we've done is within our organization, we've kind of created a little bit of a healthy competition. We've got a north wing, a south wing, and a west wing. So we have different, I guess, areas within our office where we've split up the teams, and we've got each team doing work. So, you know, J team, for example, right now they're offering up to 2-hour turnaround time. G team is doing the same, and V team, it's currently their time off, so they're only offering 24 and 12-hour. So if you were looking for 12-hour, it really wouldn't make a difference which team you sent it to. If you're looking for a rush, then you need to see which team is currently offering rush and what rush they are offering. If, you know, for example, J team has a lot of orders going, they might turn off their 2, 3, and 4-hour and only keep 5-hour running, in which case you could use G team, or vice versa. Quality is the same from all the teams, but the reason that we've really split these teams up is for shifting, so we can arrange shifts and times off for workers, and to have healthy competition. We have teams competing against each other for quality, for speed. So even if you select, for example, 5-hour, they might, you know, be competing to get it done sooner than that, and so that's really the reason that we have that. That really, at the end of the day, enables us to get you as the user of our services the best quality at the best time at the best price possible. Crystal shape is only if you're selecting CAD or DXF. Watch, if I select CI, it doesn't ask for it, right? But if we select CAD or DXF, it will ask for crystal shape. This is just to help the designers correctly place it in the right template. So if you're asking for a 50-80-50 rectangle, they'll put it in a block. If you're asking for a heart, they'll make the heart 50-80-50, right? So that's pretty much the reason for that. And any special notes that you want to add here, you can do that. All right, so I'm just going to select CI. I'm going to just put test line 1, test line 2, priority team G. I'll do it for 12 hours, and I'll just say this is a test, do not produce. Our system is very live, so when we enter an order, it goes directly to the artist, and very quickly do they retrieve it and start working on it. So this is just telling me that I haven't selected you know, the criteria that I need to. So this here is for 2 full bodies. So I'll just complete the order. It's just going to reiterate everything that I've selected. Just go through it, make sure everything is correct, and then confirm it. Are you sure everything's correct? Yes, and it will enter it over here onto the order list. So now, if we want to see the details of it, we can always click on details. If we want to chat with the artist, we can just tell them this was a test order, do not produce. Please don't enter test orders. It becomes a bit of a, press enter and it'll send it to them. It becomes a bit of a nightmare on the accounting side, so do not enter test orders, please. I'm just doing this obviously for this screen share demo. Yeah, do not enter test orders. What you want to do is you want to click on refresh list to make sure that the order status changes to with 3D artist. You also want to make sure that you do have an order number assigned. That means as long as you see that there's an order number here, there's a team, then you know that this here is really in the order list for the artist, and it should show with 3D artist in the next, I'd say maybe there's probably a 2-minute window where it stays as please convert to 3D before it ends up with the 3D artist. If you want to see the details of your order, you can again see it there. Once it's ready, then you will see here a download button. Just click on the download button. You'll be able to download your order. And when you download it, it'll be a WinRAR or a zip file. You can just unzip it or unRAR it, and you'll have the files that you had requested. And I'm going to take you through another tutorial on how to open up those files and use them with the Cockpit3D software. And there we go. I just did a quick refresh, and it's now with the 3D artist. So you can see it's been about a minute, and it's very, very live.